Okay, right. What do? I do so many things.
Okay.
Well, as you know, I've wrote my memoir. So I'm an author of my personal story, which I really love to share. It took a lot of courage to share my story because it was quite complicated and quite traumatic. I think I said earlier about losing my adopted children, where my husband just suddenly woke me up one morning and said he didn't want me or the children. So it was one of those really life-shattering moments that I think a lot of people experience. And I definitely experienced that. It's a life-death experience. And basically, my life changed in that moment. And consequently, I had this sort of spiritual opening. I don't know if you want to call it awakening or opening. I mean, I felt this very strong connection to a higher God or the universe, or whatever you resonate with. And I was given a lot of information, and I was told that there would be a gift in my experience. So I really held on to that gift, knowing to find the gift. That was my job. And to get me through the nights, the very deep, dark night of the soul that I had in the first week, I really thought I was going to die, and I wasn't worried about it. But I sang mantra actually every night. All through the night. I've been singing this mantra for my children, to adopt the children, to bring them into my, to my life. And I had found them, and I felt deeply connected to them, which I know it sounds strange when you haven't met them, but I knew everything about these children. And as soon as I saw their photo, I just felt this very deep connection. So I sang mantra for them for 2 years as I was going through the process. Every day I would sing this mantra to call in my children. And so when I needed this inner strength to stay in my body, because I had this opportunity, it's almost like I was leaving, like I was having this life-death experience, and I really knew I could go, but I didn't want to. I was like, no, nothing. No one will, take away my life from me. No matter what happened, I'm going to get through this. So I was extremely determined. I really had to be, because I didn't know what was around the corner. I didn't know what was going to happen to me. But consequently, 3 weeks later, I got sectioned. I don't know if you know what that means. It's like you have to go into this mental health clinic and you're not allowed out. And they put you in there for 28 days, and they drugged
to make sure that you're okay. Like there was a trigger that you were put there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because of the grief, it's usually for people that are suicidal.
Yes.
I wasn't. I was the only one in there that wanted to live.
So why were you put there to begin with? Because it's either your choice or somebody.
It wasn't my choice, but because I had this spiritual opening, it was almost like I was living in like a parallel universe. Very practical. I've been a project manager all my life. Very organized, very practical. I was managing all my family and friends, but everyone around me was obviously distraught as well. It was traumatic for everyone around me. And so I had this deep spiritual experience, and deep loss for these children, because if anyone's experienced a death of a partner or mother or father or sibling or something, you know that every day when you wake up, you don't remember that they're gone, and then you have this ping, this moment, and you remember, and you go, oh my God, it's like, oh, I'm in this other life kind of thing.
Wow.
Someone's lost. So it was really hard. I just couldn't believe what happened to me. I couldn't believe I was losing. I was so, 2 years is a long time to be in search of children, your children.
Yes.
Children, and to go through all the, all the interviews, all the courses, everything. I read, I don't know, about 20 books on attachment theory and, children. So it was a huge, I really invested myself fully into this. And so consequently, because of my behavior wasn't normal, that's where you need to go if you're, for yourself. And also no one knows what to do with you, really.
Yes.